Fala galerinha do YouTube, estamos aqui novamente com mais um vídeo pro canal. E no vídeo de hoje vamos dar continuidade em Alan Wake, exatamente onde paramos no vídeo anterior. Estamos aqui no posto de gasolina e agora temos que chegar aqui, né? A gente já chegou, mas tá dizendo que tem que chegar no posto ainda. Mas antes da gente continuar, queria pedir você deixar seu like, seu comentário e se inscrever aqui no canal para não perder os próximos vídeos, tá bem? Dito isso, vambora. Vou dar uma explorada aqui nesse canto, ver o que tem aqui. Não dá pra subir? Não dá pra subir. Nossa, velho, aqueles bichos lá no último vídeo, meu Deus. Se ficar vindo toda hora um monte desses aí não vai dar bom não, viu? Tem ninguém aqui, né?
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Peraí, tem uma página aqui, ó.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
É verdade. Quer dizer, às vezes não. O que é isso? Página faltando, já perdi 2 páginas. Perdi umas boas páginas já. Bom, vamos ver.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Medo. Acho que era parede invisível. Jogos e atividades, bilhete. Não perca o desfile lendário do Festa do Cervo. É, velho. Fácil não. O que é isso aqui? E agora? Contra o telefone. Ixi. Encontrei o telefone, mas foi um barulho meio suspeito. Ó, a polícia chegou.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Ok. Como assim a ilha não existe, velho? Se bem que o carro não tava na ilha, né? Quando a gente bateu o carro ali. Nem sei onde a gente tava, na verdade. Provavelmente essa ilha realmente não existe. Ou existe? Não existe.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Vambora.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Episódio 2, Possuídos. Não sabia que episódio era por episódio, me esqueci disso, então se eu soubesse tinha terminado esse aqui no último vídeo, né? Mas bora que bora. Vamos lá. Que bonitinho ele sem barba, velho.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on. Coffee's on.
Great,
Eita.
thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Nossa, velho. Eles moram num apartamento. Que luxo. Apartamento gigantesco. Olha isso aqui. Estante de livros gigantesca. Que é?
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Examine o quê? É aqui, não é? Trancado. Outro quarto? Ah, é aqui.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan!
Ai, que mulher
Alan,
chata, velho.
please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Eu não gosto de escuro, velho. Tem fobia.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't
Só
worry.
bem na sua cara,
We'll just
você
break
não
out the
pode ficar no
candles.
escuro, né? Desgraça.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Oh, que bonitinho. Ah, eles têm uma relação boa até, né? Boa até demais. Chega. Bright Falls, presente. Dias presentes.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Já tem uma coisa de café aqui também? Acho que não. É aqui? É aqui. Eita, delegacia gigante. Trancado. Eu gosto de explorar as coisas. Ler o que? Oxi. Ah, aqui. Civil, esse homem desapareceu desde 20 de 6 de 2007. Característica de identificação. De onde vai ser competições. Ai, tem um gatinho também. Pobrezinho. Caixa de fusível. Isso aqui vai dar alguma coisa, né?
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Ixi.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he'd quit drinking for good.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the light? The light's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here!
Como é que eu ligo a luz pra você? Opa. Escrito.
Hey! Hey! Please help me, man! Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward.
Ciao.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Tá, tem um manuscrito ali também que eu já vi. Meu Deus. Peguei.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week. You and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Ok. Temos que voltar. Oi. Sai da delegacia. Ah, aqui, ó. Olha só o que temos aqui. Será que na delegacia a gente não acha... Talvez...
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Deixa eu entrar aqui nessa porta. Será que dá pra entrar aqui? Não. Não dá. Pra sair daqui é por aqui? Por aqui. Oxi.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh! Hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Meu Deus.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
Nossa, cara, que jogo bonito, né? Olha. O gráfico tá bem bonito. Tudo bem feitinho. Deixa eu ver. Quero explorar tudo, velho. Todo lugar que eu puder entrar, eu vou pegar alguma coisa.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice.
Do you
and
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Então tá bom. Olha com Rusty. Tá, mas calma aí. Não sabia que era pra ser por aqui. Deixa eu catar aqui, ó. Aqui, ó. Tem outra garrafa aqui já, ó. Será que tem manuscrito também? Acho que não. Tem uma saída aqui que tá bloqueada. Então é pra cá mesmo, não tem muito o que fazer.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Encontre formulário.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha! Let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Acho que ninguém vai acreditar nele mesmo, né? Se ele falar.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Ok. Tomar cuidado com as trap, então. Aí tem, ó, a gente tem que ter experiência em Dead by Daylight contra caçador
You're
e
asking
trapper.
me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
Interrompi ele mesmo. Não quer acreditar, não acredita não, cara.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al! Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay, okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Tá dando bem na sua cara, pra vocês.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Deixa eu dar uma explorada aqui nesse chalé, vai que tem alguma coisa, né? O que que é isso? Acender e apagar a luz. Ah, deixar acesa, né? Tem um telefone aqui. Uma garrafa de café. São 100 garrafas de café. Mais pilhas. Tem um limite de pilha? Acho que tem, né? Acender e apagar a luz. O que mais temos aqui? Tem uma porta aqui. Deve ser o banheiro, né? Não dá pra abrir? Não dá pra abrir. Bom, pessoal, já tem um tempo bacana do vídeo. Eu vou encerrando ele por aqui, então. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Não esqueça de deixar seu like, seu comentário e se inscrever aqui no canal para não perder os próximos vídeos da série, tá bem? É isso, um beijo, queijo a todos. Até o próximo vídeo.